and what a beautiful waterfall blue sky morning it is. The only problem is it's a little bit nippy in the air. A boat went past just now and he was ice breaking. It's a very, very thin, quarter of an inch or so. Well, now he's broken the ice, I'm going to go on down the canal and follow his trail. I need to make a move today. You may be able to hear the drone in the distance. That's the M6 and another motorway which I'm not quite sure the name is. I'm just about to see in the distance there. Surrounded by motorways here and you can hear them all the time. Lovely little spot though. Mooring here for two boats basically. Myself and a boat moored in front of me. They turned up late yesterday afternoon, otherwise I was here for the day before on my own. Moored underneath the pylons here basically, just outside of Anstey. Anstey is just down there around the corner. Well, I'm going to make a move, as I say. As I start work next week, I need to be in a position to go and get some shopping before I don't move for a week whilst I'm working. So I need to head towards Coventry and go to Tesco. There's a big Tesco right by the Coventry Canal as you head down towards the Coventry Basin. So yes, time for me to make a move. There's not a breath of wind in the air, so it doesn't feel anywhere near as cold as it is. Although the temperature on the phone says 0. Yeah, a bit chilly, but it's quite pleasant out here actually. I think I'm going to enjoy this little trip, and if I come across anything of any interest I will put it to camera. I am hoping to stop and collect some firewood on the way. There's a couple of spots down here I believe there's some firewood, so we'll see. Firewood it could be again today. Can never have too much firewood this time of the year. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, start this engine and let's make a move. Starts as easy as that. Tell it's really cold this morning. Look at the early morning smoke it's kicking out. Typical of an old diesel engine. It's basically unburnt diesel where it's so cold. Anyway, as you can tell, engine running. Let's make a move. Ropes all untied. They were frozen solid. Do the Indian rope trick with those, they're so stiff. Put my gloves on now. I don't want to get them wet and cold. Hold up my gloves. Time to make a move. I've pushed the bow off. I'm clear of the boat in front of me, as you can see there. Thrusters on. Warp speed. Oh no. Wrong mode of transport. Yeah. Snail speed. Yeah, it's more like it for me. Might be able to hear the ice cracking there a little bit in the background as I come out. I'm going to run down the track that other boat left behind where it broke the ice. A quick wave to the pretty young lady in the boat that was moored in front of me. I went past that boat as slow as I could so not to push the ice up against it too much to damage its blacking. But now we're clear. I'm going to put the revs up a little bit. As I say, I'm following the track that other boat made, so I'm not really doing any ice breaking. I'm still going, sun's still out. Actually, although it's only just above freezing, it's actually a gorgeous day. I'm actually rather enjoying this cruise. I can stop, I can find some firewood. Most of that's hawthorn. There's a couple of pieces of oak in there as well. No ash today. I got some hawthorn and oak. There is more hawthorn and oak where I got that from. So if I'm back this way and nobody else has picked it up, I know where I can get some more. I try not to be greedy and take everything I see. I like to leave some for somebody else, but if it's still there, say in a month's time when I pass, well, nobody else wanted it, I will get it. I was going to moor here. I thought by the time I got here I'd be wanting to stop, but I'm enjoying this cruise so much this morning. I'm going to carry on for a while. I'm going to at least reach the Coventry Canal and I will start to head down towards the basin. Not far. I should probably just try and go just past the water points and moor up. The boat that passed me earlier did the ice break, and I know where he left from. Just about in the corner there, because the ice is not broken now in front of me. So I'm now doing the ice breaking, and there's a boat moored up just around the corner here, so I'm going to go as slow as I can, hopefully not to affect him too much as I break the ice. I expect you can hear the ice breaking on the camera. When going as slow as this through ice, very, very difficult to steer. I guess there's slightly different thicknesses of ice across the canal, and it inclines to try and push the bow one way or the other. And when you come to go around corners, it's because you got to move the whole sheet of ice, even though it's only a quarter of an inch thick, and you're trying to push that up against my boat's 60 foot long, so you're trying to shift it sideways, a 60 foot long piece of ice. It does make cornering more difficult. You have to use an awful lot more power to actually get around a corner, otherwise the boat just keeps going in a straight line. I'm almost at a standstill now in tick over, just pushing the ice. And I have a corner ahead, so it's time to give it a bit more oomph now past this boat. I think I know this boat moored here. I think that's Colin's boat. Could be wrong. There's Colin. It's moored next to him, or near him, back in the lockdown. See, there's all new fencing here. I guess Powerboard doesn't want people getting the other side of that fence. I think it's the electricity generating board or some description over there. Not sure which one these days. There's still gaps in the hedge, of course. Just walk to the end of it and go around. Not stopping anyone, is it? Not if, of course, I want to go through there. It makes no difference to me. This is quite unusual. There's normally boats from all the way all along here. None today, surprisingly. Not if I want to stop here, but I'm surprised there's no boats here. Well, here we are now at Hawkesbury Junction. Last time I was here was the 14th of December, which I filmed. Last time, no, there wasn't ice on the cuts. I'm just hoping I can get through the lock with the ice. I think it's thin enough to break through. So the lock's almost full. See, the water's just about bubbling in there now from the ground paddles. There'll be time to go and get the boats, but before I do that, I just wanted to show you that tree there, look. I think there's some hazel there. And look at all the catkins on it already. That's always a sign of spring to me. But we're in January. I've tried to push the boat off the bank here and it wouldn't go sideways through the ice. I didn't have the strength to push it. So I'm reversing back here a little bit now. So I can change the angle of attack with the bow of the boat so I can break the ice with the boat. By reversing there, I've managed to get the bow and the stern off the bank. I've now angled the boat slightly into the ice, as you can probably hear it breaking up. And let's see if we can make it into the lock. As you can see, there's actually no ice inside the lock, so once we're in, we're good to go. I do like it here. It's sort of, although we're right on the outskirts of Coventry, here at Hawkesbury Junction. Oh, it's rather nice, isn't it? Definitely canal era. It was all here with the old pumping house over there. The Horsley Ironworks Bridge there. It's still a gorgeous sunny day, even if it is a little chilly. I'm just going to stop here just by the water point very quickly and I'll get rid of some rubbish. After coming through Sutton Stop Block yesterday, exactly 1 month from the time before I went through it. I went through it on the 14th of December last time. Yesterday was the 13th. I'm now heading on down towards the basin. I moored up last night near the signal box, which is a Hungry Horse pub. I only moored there, I didn't go inside. I had no need to. I stopped at Tesco's on the way down and did a little shopping. Now I'm heading down to the basin because I need to go to Wicks. And hopefully I'll be in and out of Wicks and then I'll be coming back up here. At the moment, again, of course, today I'm ice breaking. Although it was quite bad when I got up this morning. It's now 11 o'clock in the morning. I sawed up some wood before leaving and it's now quite soft and it's basically mushy ice. It's put it in your slushy. Well, perhaps not this ice. Anyway, I'm heading on down towards the basin. I've got to see where I'm going. The sun's in my eyes. I put a huge piece of hawthorn on the fire and turned the air vent right down. Hence it's smoking, but that will burn for probably 2 or 3 hours before I have to worry about it. And I'm only about an hour from the basin. Well, I'm now down in the canal basin at Coventry, which I've shown you before. Beautiful day today. Just stoked the fire up again because I've already done my trip to Wicks, got myself a new axe which I required for splitting wood because I broke the old one. So it's time to make a move. This rather glorious sunny day. Engines running. Tesco's again, do some food shopping, then move up past Hawkesbury Junction and more up, ready to start work next week. Got to be very, very careful walking here. These pavers here, which are still in the shadows, are very, very slippery. Fortunately, these aren't. So I got to do before I go back underneath that very low bridge which brings you into the basin, just like when I came in here today. I've got to take my chimney off, but I've left it all loose so it's easy to do. All I'm actually doing is taking off the top piece like so. Smokes a lot more now when I take that off. Doesn't have the right draw, but we'll be putting that back on quite soon. Yes, I'm leaving Coventry Basin once again. Sign there telling us where we're going. Not I'm going to any of those places. I'm told it's a lovely little cafe there. Never been in it, but an awful lot of people seem to go there for a coffee. Probably a slice of cake, a sandwich. Well, I'm just making the move back on up the canal, go and buy some food, do some Tesco shopping, and then make a move back on up the canal into the middle of nowhere, my type of place. Well, I've arrived. Well, it's the next day now. Mooring I rather like. I'm moored just north of Hawkesbury Junction, opposite here to what once I believe was a coal mine in the pits. I mean, it's place for leisure. You can see dog walkers over here. But unfortunately, I heard it's been earmarked for redevelopment. So this lovely mooring here at the moment, which I rather like. It's got quite a nice grassy verge here, and it's quite solid. It's not all soft, even though it's been raining overnight. The only thing you can hear outside is the motorway. The M6 is over there somewhere in the distance. It's about a mile away, but you can still hear that drone. You know how motorway sounds travel. Well, I'm going to now process some of my firewood and get it chopped up. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. Here are my chopping blocks. You can see here, it's got some threaded bar in there. Could have been anything. I put in this threaded bar. I put this threaded bar into this log, or this block. What I did was, this is 10mm threaded bar. I drilled 9.5mm holes, then hammered it in. And then on my other block here, on the bottom here, I drilled some 11mm holes. So these slot into these. It stops the two blocks moving apart, but rather than having one real heavy block trying to move around, I've got two medium sort of weight blocks to move around. So I'll show you how it goes together. Block 1, steady on the ground. Block 2, I might do is I line up one of the holes like so. I just twist the log around until it finds the other one. 1 in, 2 in. There we go, like so. Now I can chop some firewood. Guard off the axe. So I'm going to continue chopping firewood. going to bring me to the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that little cruise and me getting things together. I start work tomorrow as I'm filming this, so getting firewood ready and everything else ready has been a bit of a challenge. It's been rather cold, rather wet yesterday, well foggy actually yesterday. A couple of days previous to that was gorgeous sunshine, which I filmed in. So all this prepped firewood is to make sure I don't get cold whilst I'm working, and I won't have to worry about chopping any firewood until the weekend when I'm off again. So anyway, I want to thank of course all my subscribers, especially all my Patreons and PayPal supporters, everybody for watching. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. It really does help the channel out. And don't forget to hit that old bell notification button. That way YouTube will inform you every time I upload a new video. And if you like the video, please share it with your friends. That way it will help to grow the channel. And leave your comments. I love reading your comments and I answer them all. Well, that just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.